So, very good morning to all of you. Today we will continue our discussion on SSS star algorithm, which is a game playing algorithm which uses heuristic information to carry out the search. We have seen in our earlier lectures that alpha beta cutoff algorithm, which is efficient as compared to minimax algorithm, has one problem, that is it is sensitive to the order in which the moves are generated. That means it functions in uninformed manner. It always search the game tree from left to right, that is in blind manner, or from right to left. Now today we are going to continue our discussion on SSS star algorithm, which searches the game tree guided by some heuristic information. And this algorithm is our SSS star algorithm, which was developed by Stockman in 1979. This algorithm, as we have discussed, that it conducts the state space search by traversing the game tree in best first fashion, similar to your A star algorithm, where in A star algorithm we always move in a best direction. This A star is modified version of best first search algorithm, which works on graph kind of search space. The basic notion on which this SSS star is based, that is solution trees or strategies. What this algorithm does, this algorithm starts with set of strategies and then it focuses on the better strategies, and at the end algorithm will converge to the best strategy. So what we are going to do here, we are going to form a solutions tree or strategy from the game tree by pruning number of branches at max node to 1. So at max node you are going to select one branch, and the resultant tree will represent a complete strategy for max. As we have seen in game trees, we have max and mean player, both plays alternatively. So from max point of view, if you prune number of branches to 1 at each max node, that will give you the solution tree. Why? Since it specifies exactly one max action out of many max action, that will specify one max action for every possible sequence of moves made by the opponent, that means mean player. So if max make a move, then mean will make the best move from means point of view, and max will have corresponding move as an answer to the means move. So at this stage we are trying to understand what is a strategy or what is a solution tree. So what is a solution tree? Strategy or solution tree is a tree which you are going to derive from the game tree, where you are going to select one node or one branch from the number of branches at each max node. Now, what is the use of this? In a given game tree, this SSS star will search through the space of this partial solution trees. That means partial strategies. And what it will do over a period of time, it will analyze larger and larger subtrees, and finally it will converge to or produce a single solution tree which will have the same root and the minimax value as that of the original game tree. You will find out this SS star algorithm examines a node that your alpha beta pruning algorithm would have done and may prune some more branches that alpha beta cutoff has not done earlier. That means if you can recall, in minimax algorithm the complete game tree has to be generated. That is not the case in alpha beta cutoff algorithm. In alpha beta cutoff algorithm, at any time if you find out alpha is greater than or equal to beta, then you come to know that you need not have to go further along with that path and we prune the corresponding branch. Okay. Uh, Along with that, in this SSS star algorithm, you will find out it is possible to prune more branches by using some heuristic information. We will see while discussing the algorithm what kind of heuristic information it will use. So what Stockman said that time, that this algorithm SS star is a better version of alpha beta cutoff algorithm. So this algorithm SSS star starts with space of strategies, and we are going to call this as capital S, space of strategies. It will start with the set of strategies and then it will refine it till you arrive at the better solution. Now, what is a strategy? A strategy S for max is if max makes a move, then whatever move mean makes, max has an answer. Okay, and we know that if suppose this is your game tree, simple part of a game tree, we have alternate max and mean. Suppose we have max nodes at root, mean node at next level, then we will have max nodes again, okay, and then corresponding utility values in this way. So what is the strategy? If max makes a particular move, for example, max has made the leftmost move, then whatever move mean makes, for example, now mean has in this case two options available, either this or this. So if max makes the maximum one. The utility value, if it is a max value, maximum value, then corresponding move max make. Okay. Understood? Now let us consider this game tree. Now in this game tree, we have 4 levels, and here I have shown strategy S1, where the branches, they are marked in red color lines. So what this indicates? This particular situation indicates that if max makes this move, mean either can make this leftmost move or right one. So if mean makes this, max will make this leftmost move. If max makes this move, then mean may select either of this. Okay. So whatever move max makes, sorry, whatever move mean makes, max has an answer. For example, in this situation, this red color tree, that is a strategy. We will call this strategy as strategy S1. It's a strategy S1. So what is this strategy? Initially, max will start with its own move. Suppose max has made this move, then mean, you do not have any control over mean. So mean can make either this or this. Which move mean will make? Better move. What is better from means point of view? The utility value should be less. Okay. So if mean makes either of this, suppose mean has made this particular move, then max will play. Max has selected left one. Max can select either left or right depending upon the utility value. Suppose left one is selected, then it's mean's turn. So mean will select. Now these are terminal values, utility values. Either this 50 or 40. So which one this mean node will select in this particular situation? Yes. What option will be selected by mean? Okay, so you will have to revise the earlier lectures. Already we have discussed this in minimax algorithm and alpha beta cutoff algorithm. You go to the previous lectures notes, find out what move mean will make from this. this algorithm is based on your earlier algorithms. Unless and until you understand previous algorithm, you will not understand this algorithm. Mean will select this particular move. Reason you find out after this lecture. Already we have discussed that. And since mean has selected this, if max selects this, because this node will have max value. If max selects this, then mean has two options. Out of this, naturally mean will select this particular uh, option or this particular move. So this is for one strategy. Not necessary that uh, max will always arrive at this particular strategy. If max has made this move, mean can select this particular node also. If mean selects this node, in that particular case, max will select one of this depending upon utility value. So if utility value is max, then it will select the node having uh, the max value. For example, this node is selected, so we can here find out that this node will have better value as compared to this node. That's why max has selected this. So max means your turn. You have selected the best move, and then means turn, and when mean will make a move or mean has to select, either of these two will be selected. Which one in this particular situation mean will select? The right rightmost node, that is this node with utility value 60. So what this red color subgraph tells us or subtree tells us, that if max makes this move, mean can make either of this. Whatever move mean makes, max has an answer. So if mean makes this move, max will make this leftmost move, and whatever move mean makes, max will ultimately select the appropriate node, so that max will get the maximum benefit. So this is one strategy. Similarly, you can have strategy S2. Now what is strategy S2? Similar to this, go back. This was strategy S1, red color one. Now come to the subgraph or subtree where we have solid black color branches, right hand side subtree. So you will find out, if max makes this right move, either this or this. Suppose max has made this move, then whatever move mean makes, max will have corresponding answer. So strategy S2 I can show in this way. If max makes this move, whatever move mean make, max has an answer. So select one branch at max and all branches at mean. So here this blue color subtree, that corresponds to strategy S2. Similarly, you can have other strategies defined. Suppose it's a 4-ply game tree, uh, like this only. Here there are 4 plies, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So how many strategies you can define for max total number of strategies? Anybody? All strategies. How many possible strategies will be there in this game tree where we have 4-ply game tree?
4 strategies.
Uh, more than 4. Correct, but more strategies will be there. It will be more than 4. All strategies, all possibilities you have to consider out here. See in this way. If suppose I will consider only one strategy. Consider this red one. If max makes this move, mean can make either of this. So we are considering all the moves, all possible moves made by mean. So if mean makes this move, then max will make suppose leftmost move. Consider another possibility. Suppose mean has made this move, max has made this particular move. Let us compare. In strategy S1, what we have done, if mean has made this move and max has made this left one, then mean will select either of this. In that particular case, mean can make either this or this. Suppose mean has made this move, then max will make left one, this red one, and then mean again has two options. So out of these two, mean will select one. Of course, mean will select this terminal node with utility value 16. So this part belongs to strategy S1. There is another possibility. Max can select this right one also, depending upon the utility value, either this or this for same move from same strategy, similar type of strategy, either this or this. So this is shown out here, red one. This part will remain same if mean has made this left one, max has made left move. At the same time, if mean has made this move, instead of this max can make this move also. This is another possibility. So that belongs to strategy S2. So this one was S1 where we have selected this left part of the subtree, left option for this max. Instead of that, if you select right one, that is another strategy S2. Okay. So two strategies for this left part of the subtree, left part, S1 and S2. Now instead of this, consider one more possibility. Not necessary that max will select this only. Max can select this part also instead of this part. So if max selects this, again on this side we have two options, this left and right. In one case it will select left, in another case it will select right. So that will be your strategy S3 and S4. What is strategy S3? Okay, I will draw it with some other color, yellow color. If Max makes this move, then consider both strategies for mean. Now for Max, instead of this left one, Max can select this also. If Max select this, then again we have two options. Okay, this we are discussing strategy S3. If Max has selected this right move, then on this side you have again two options. In one case it will select this, one from Max, all from mean. So this is strategy S3, which is shown in yellow color. There is one more option. I will use some other color, purple color. For same situation, if Max has selected this right one, instead of selecting for this option for mean, another option from mean, this left one, this Max can select right one also in this way. Okay, so this purple color subtree shows strategy S4. So there are four strategies for one move in this particular case for Max. Strategy S1, earlier we have seen red color one. S2, this red color strategy. Then S4, S3, uh, yellow color, and S4, purple color. So in all, how many strategies will be there in a 4-ply game tree? Now, all possible strategies.
8.
Right. So there will be 8 strategies. Okay. What are those 8 strategies? One strategy S1 I have shown with red color subtree. S2 shown with this red color subtree. What is the difference between S1 and S2? In S1 we have selected this part, left part for this Max. In S2 we have selected for same situation this part of the subtree. S3, instead of selecting this option by this Max, Max can select this one also, right one. So if Max selects right one, again there are two options out here. So one will be S3, one will belong to S4. Similarly, now not necessary that Max will select always this left one. Max can select right one, that means black color line, this. So if Max selects this, so that will correspond to 4 more strategies. One of the strategy will be, okay, what will be the strategy? Okay, I will show that with purple color. So S5 strategy will be, if Max selects this, mean either can select this or this, then Max can select left, mean all. Similarly here, one of that will be selected by Max, all by me. So this purple color, that will be your S5 strategy. Okay. S6, instead of this, for same situation, Max can select this right part. That will be S6. Okay. Then another possibility, not necessary that Max will select always this, Max can select this right also. So if that is the case, again we have two options. So that will be your S7 and this will be your S8. So in all, there will be for 4-ply game tree 8 different strategies. Okay. Understood up to this? This is important to understand functioning of this SSS star algorithm. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
These 8 strategies are for max, right? So you can generalize this. Number of strategies. How to find out number of strategies? Number of strategies is equal to for example, if your game tree is 4-ply game tree, number of strategies are 8. So can we generalize this? Can we find out number of strategies for a given game tree? If you observe this, you will find out this is equivalent to 2 raised to 3, where what is this 2? 2 is your branching factor. 2 is branching factor. Every node has 2 branches, so branching factor is 2. So 2 raised to 3. So number of strategies depends upon branching factor of a game tree. So if you generalize this, you will find out interesting pattern out here. If number of plies are 5 to 6, number of plies 5 to 6, then you will have 2 raised to 7 strategies. Then if you have 7 to 8 plies, then number of strategies will be 2 raised to 15. 9 to 10 ply game tree, yes, 2 raised to 31. There is a interesting pattern out here, that if you know number of plies in a game tree, okay, so you can find out number of strategies. So number of strategies, if your branching factor is suppose 2, then that will be 2 raised to, if 5 ply game tree is there, so 2 raised to 7 strategies will be there. So you will find out number of strategies, they increase quite large, 2 raised to 7, 2 raised to 15. These are very large numbers. But you will find out, fortunately, we need not have to enumerate all of these strategies, as in case of minimax algorithm. If you can recall, minimax looks at each node in the game tree exactly once, and it moves in depth first manner. Alpha beta searches in depth first manner but prunes part of the game tree. SSS star searches in best first manner, not in depth first manner, best first manner. Remember this, and explores even smaller part of the tree, visiting each node exactly once. So it starts with number of strategies and refine those strategies and finally arrive at the best strategies. Any question up to this?
No, sir.
what we have to understand right now? What is the strategy? Okay. How many strategies you can define for a game tree? Because algorithm works on strategies. So let us move further. Now we will have to understand what is value of a strategy. Value of a strategy, suppose strategy S you are defining, value of a strategy S. So we will define that as VS, value of strategy S. What is it? It's a minimum of values of the leaves of strategy S. Values of all leaves of strategy S, take minimum of that, that will be a value of a strategy. So value of any given strategy for max, okay, we are defining it for max, remember, is the minimum of the values of the leaves in that strategy. Why? This is because the strategy freezes the choices for max, and we are going to assume that mean will play perfectly. Therefore, VS is your uh, sometimes it is defined in this way, value of a strategy S is equal to minimum of value of LIs, where this LIs live in strategy S. Okay, go back. Now come to this game tree again. Before understanding value of a strategy, let us find out how many leaf nodes are there in this game tree.
16.
16.
Right, there are 16 leaf nodes. 1, 2, 3, up to this last one, 16. How many strategies each leaf node belongs to? For example, consider this first leaf node whose value is 50. So how many strategies this leaf node having value 50 will belong to? Answer carefully.
Two strategies.
Right. Every leaf node will belong to two strategies. Same. For example, strategy S1 we have shown in red color. Okay. So this 50 belongs to this S1. Also, S2 is shown here in red color. Right part is selected out here. So this 50 also belongs to the strategy S2. Now when you are going to define strategy S3, for example, instead of this, this part is selected. So in that particular case, this 30 will belong to S3 as well as S4. In S3 case, we will select this part. In S4 case, we will select this part. So you will find out every leaf node belongs to two strategies. There are total 16 strategies in 4-ply game tree. Okay. Now again come to the value of a strategy. What is value of a strategy? Value of a strategy is minimum of the values of the leaves in that strategy. So consider this strategy S1. So value of this strategy S1, let us define it. Value of this strategy S1 is equal to minimum of minimum of value of leaves in that strategy. So what are the values in S1? Yes,
50, 40,
right. 50, 40,
70, and 60.
correct. 70 and 60. For this strategy S1, value of the leaves are 50, 40, 70 and 60. So minimum of this is 40, right? So value of this strategy S1 is 40. We are considering strategy for max. Okay. So you will find out value of a leaf or value of a leaf L, only one node. Value of a leaf is always greater than or equal to value of a strategy. Therefore, for any leaf in strategy S, value of that leaf is always greater than or equal to value of strategy, because value of a strategy is minimum of values of the leaf nodes, right? Since value of a strategy is always a minimum number in that particular strategy, therefore value of a leaf, any leaf in that strategy, is always greater than or equal to value of a strategy. It is natural, obvious. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Understood? Consider this example. Value of a strategy S1 is 40. Okay. So value of a leaf, for example, value of this leaf whose uh, actually we have written directly value. You can name these nodes. Suppose this node is A, this node is B, this is C, and this is D. So A, B, C, D belongs to strategy S1. So value of node C, and relation of this with value of a strategy. Always you will find out value of any node in that strategy that is always greater than or equal to value of a strategy. Now what is value of C? 70. What is value of this strategy S1? 40. So 70 is greater than 40, right? So if you take any node in this strategy S1, you will find out always this equation holds. What is this relation? That value of a node or leaf node, value of a leaf node is always greater than or equal to value of a strategy. This is important to understand working of this SSS star algorithm. Therefore, I can say that now value of a leaf node is the upper bound on the strategy that it contains. Always value of a leaf node, any leaf node in that given strategy, that defines an upper bound on the strategy that it contains, because always value of a leaf node is greater than or equal to value of a strategy. So if you take any leaf or value of that leaf node, that will define upper bound on the strategy that it belongs. Okay? That means always the value of that strategy will be lesser. So if you get something greater than that, then why this is important? If you come to know that something greater value is available, then you are going to ignore it because you have already defined the upper bound. So if something is greater than this upper bound, you can of course ignore that. That is useful. So that heuristic you are going to use. That is the heuristic information we are going to use in SSS star algorithm. And that's how uh, it is claimed that it is more efficient than alpha beta cutoff algorithm. And already I told you that number of strategies for 4 ply game tree 2 raised to 3, 5 to 6 ply game tree 2 raised to 7, 7 to 8 ply game tree 2 raised to 15, and 9 to 10 ply game tree 2 raised to 31. So 2 is branching factor here. If branching factor is 3, in that particular case it will be 3 raised to 3. Okay. Now let us try to find out working of this SSS star algorithm. Any question up to this? So if there is no question, we will move further. Now to implement functioning of this algorithm, to refine the strategies, this algorithm maintains open list. And this open list will have descriptors of the active nodes. And these descriptors are sorted in decreasing order of their merit. That means heuristic values. And we can make out, that means we will have to implement that as a priority queue. And therefore it is the best first variation of alpha beta cutoff algorithm. And we have seen that every leaf node belongs to cluster of strategies. In a 4 ply game tree, every leaf node belongs to how many strategies?
Two strategies.
2 strategies. So that cluster will contain 2 strategies in that particular case. We are in general saying that every leaf node belongs to cluster of strategies. If it's a case of 4 ply game tree, in that case every leaf node will belong to a cluster consisting of 2 strategies. Now what algorithm will do? Algorithm will search through all the strategies using alpha beta technique. Same way as that of alpha beta technique. But along with that, algorithm will use heuristic information. We will see how. Now what this algorithm does? It selects set of leaves which will cover all the strategies. What is the first step? Select set of leaves which will cover all strategies. Now how to do that? Simple. Uh, Unlike your strategy that we have defined, what we are going to do, we will extract subtree from the game tree. How? At max node we will choose all branches, and at mean node we will choose only one branch. What is the first step in this algorithm? First step is you will have to find set of leaves. Come back to this example. Now in this case, algorithm will start with finding out set of leaf nodes which will cover all strategies. How many possible strategies are there for this game tree?
8 strategies.
8 strategies, correct. So what now we have to do? First step in this algorithm is that you find out set of nodes which will belong to all these 8 strategies. So how to do that? Find out set how many leaf nodes are there in this 4-ply game tree?
16.
16 nodes are there, right? Out of this 16, now we have to find out set of nodes which will belong to all these 16 strategies. Set of leaves which will cover all strategies. So minimum set of nodes, of course. It's simple. What we have to do for this game tree, at max node you choose all branches, and at min node choose only one branch. Come back out here. I will change the color. Consider this blue color. At max node you select all, and at min node you select one. At max node you select all, and at min node you select one. Simple. At max node you select all branches, at min node you choose only one branch. So same thing we have done out here. At max we have selected all, at max you select all, and at min you select only one. So at max we have selected all, at min 1, at max all, at min 1. So number of leaves 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it right? Am I right? At max you select all, at min 1. Is it the right tree? That anybody? Our objective is finding out set of nodes which will belong to all strategies. Minimum set of nodes which will belong to all strategies. So at max you select all, at min you select only one. So is it the right set of nodes that I have
Yes, sir.
identified? Any other answer? One step is wrong in this selection. What is that? At max you select all, at min you select only one. I should not have selected this part. At max you select all, both. At min only one, leftmost is selected. Why to consider this now then? Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Here also at max you selected both. Now at min only one. So only this part will be selected. This part will not be selected at all. So I should not have selected this, right? So therefore, again revise it. At max, you select all. At mean, only one. Suppose leftmost is selected. At max, all. At mean, you select only one. Left one is selected. So nodes selected are these four nodes now. What is this four nodes? What is this set? Set of these four nodes. This 8 strategies in this game tree. You take any strategy from S1 to S8, you will find out this set will cover all those 8 strategies. So that is the starting point of this algorithm. We have to find out set of nodes covering all available strategies. Understood up to this?
Yes, sir.
Is this a unique set? For example, now this strategy S1 is shown with red color, right? So this node with value 50 belongs to this S1, right? Am I right? 50 belongs to this strategy S1. Now
Yes.
consider strategy S2. In strategy S2, you would have selected this part instead of this part, this right one. So in that case, again 50 belongs to that S2. In S3, you will be selecting this part instead of this left one. And in this case, 30 belongs to this S3. No problem. Okay. Uh, then this 70 and 60 belongs to this, but we have 30. So 30 is the leaf node which belongs to S3. S4, again 30 will be the candidate. This part we would have selected, but 30 is still there. So 30 will belong to S4 also. Now S5, this node 30, come to the right part of this subtree, the game tree. This 30 belongs to S5 and S6, and this 70 belongs to S7 and S8. So therefore, this is how we have selected a set of leaves which will cover all strategies. So in this case, that set will contain 4 nodes. So what algorithm does? Algorithm refines the one with higher upper bound, and then fully refined strategy has a higher value than other partial strategies where algorithm will terminate. Simple mechanism now. Again I am repeating. We have started with set of nodes covering all available strategies. We will refine one with highest upper bound when a fully refined strategy will have higher value than the other partial strategy. So that means we have arrived at the solution, and then algorithm will terminate. Okay. Then as we have seen that we will maintain a priority key of nodes which will represent the set of clusters, and each node, if you are writing a program, then you will be representing that as a node whether that node is live or unsolved, and you define the upper bound. Okay. So algorithm works like a best first algorithm. Refine the best looking partial strategies till the best solution is fully refined. So after some time you will find out algorithm is similar to EO star also, because here we have labeled node as live or unsolved. So every node you will have to define that as a uh, structure consisting of name of that node, whether it is live or unsolved, and define the upper bound. So name of a node, label, and its upper bound. Okay. So initially, of course, you are going to start with root, then it will be live, and upper bound you will have to define, since initially you don't know the highest value, that is plus infinity, and then you refine the best looking partial solution strategy until best solution is found. So when this root loop is labeled as solved, algorithm will terminate. Initially it is live, and at the end that root will be labeled as solved. So this SS star, from implementation point of view, it will go through the two search phases. One is node expansion phase and another one is solution phase. In node expansion phase, you will move from top to down expansion of mean strategy, and in solution phase, bottom up search for the best max strategy. Okay. Now there are various possibilities. If the node is max, now you are in forward phase. As we have seen, there are two phases: node expansion phase and solution phase. In node expansion phase, if the node is max, if it is live, and if it is non-terminal, NT means non-terminal node, then add all the children, as we have seen. If it's a mean node, if it is live, and if it is non-terminal, add only one child. So that will perform the first step in your algorithm. What is that first step? Select set of loops which will cover all. This I am telling you from writing program point of view, programming point of view. If the node is terminal node, then what to do? If it's a terminal, then label that node as solved, as the case of your alpha AO star algorithm. If it's a terminal, label that as solved. If it's a non-terminal and max, then add all children. If it's a non-terminal and mean, then add one child. So as we have seen at the end, if it's a 4-ply game tree, then there will be 4 representative nodes which will cover all strategies, each representing one cluster. Every node belongs to 2 strategies, as we have seen, and its value will be upper bound on 2 strategies. Because why? Value of any leaf node will be always greater than or equal to value of a strategy. Okay, already we have seen this. Now consider this example. Consider this game tree, as we have seen earlier. Here 4 strategies are shown: S1, S2, S3 and S4. S1 is shown in red color tree. S2 is shown in pink color tree, this one. S3 is shown in blue color tree, and S4 is shown in black color subtree, right? Now this node 50 belongs to S1 and S2. That means red color as well as pink, right? Both the strategies. 50 belongs to strategy S1 and strategy S2. Similarly, 40 also belongs to strategy S1 and S2. Come over here, 30 belongs to S3 and S4. S3 means blue color, S4 means this black color, solid black color. Okay. Then this node value we don't know. So this node write to the 30 that belongs to S3 and S4. Okay. Any question up to this?
Sir,
Yes.
at maximum we select all nodes and at minimum we select only one.
Huh.
Then why we select both 250 and 40?
Uh, why we select all at max and one at mean? First, for yes. Okay. Again, you repeat the question.
Sir, at mean we
At
select only one. Mean
pardon. At
at mean we
at mean
select only one.
at mean we select only one. Huh.
Then
And
50 and 40
at max what?
we both selected.
Why we do this? For what purpose we do this? At max all. Okay. First I will write at max. You are saying we select all, and at mean we select one. Why we do this? What it does?
Select a set of leaf nodes.
For what purpose?
For selecting the set of nodes,
Set of nodes of what?
leaf node of
Leaf node of what? Which will cover all strategies, right? Set of leaf
yes,
nodes which will cover all
all
strategies.
strategy.
ठीक है? What is your objective? You will have to find out set of leaf nodes which will cover all strategies. So for that purpose we select all at max and one at min. Okay. Now
Okay,
keep
sir.
the same game tree. All at max, one at min. All at max, one at min. So in this case, now whatever game tree here right now on this slide, what set of nodes will be selected? This 50, right? All at max. That means this one, left, right. One at mean. Suppose this left one is selected, this left one is selected. Then all at max. Both will be selected and one at mean. So suppose this one is selected, all and one at mean. So 50 will be a part of two strategies S1 and S2. Then next node for S3 and S4, 30. 30 will be a part of S3 and S4. Okay. Then this node 30 will be a part of S5 and S6. in this case now. S5 and S6. Am I right? And this 80 will be a part of S7 and S8. So at max we select all and at min we select 1 for finding out set of nodes which will cover all strategies. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Uh, then what was your question? What was your question then? If this is the case, then
Then, sir, we select both 50 and 40. Clear, sir.
pardon,
समझ.
pardon, you are not audible. Yes, again repeat.
Sir, we select 40 and 50 both.
Why? Why we select 40 and 50 both? That means left one. First step in the algorithm is you will have to find out set of nodes which will cover all strategies. In this 4-ply game tree, there are 8 strategies S1 to S8. Every node belongs to 2 strategies. Now your objective is you have to find out set of nodes which will cover all strategies. So to find out this simple mechanism we have seen that at max you select all, at min you select 1. So if you do that, at max you select all, at min you select 1. Then that has resulted in these 4 nodes 50, 30, 30 and 70. So first step of this algorithm will return these 4 nodes, not this 40. If you
Okay, sir.
apply this
Clear.
algorithm at max, you select both this and this. At min you select one, left one is selected. At max you select both. At min you select one. So only 4 nodes you will come arrive at 50, this 30 and this 70. So that will be the result of application of first step in the algorithm, that find out set of nodes which will cover all these 8 strategies in this case. Now this is not a unique. Okay. Other than this, somebody may say that why only left? Mean can select right one also. So in that particular case, set of nodes selected will be instead of 50, yes, this 40, right? That is possible. Instead of this 30,
Yes, sir.
this node, that is another possibility. So this 40,
Yes.
this node, instead of 30, this can be selected. Instead of this 70, 80 can be selected. Only the requirement is you will have to select any for any set of nodes. You have to find out any set of nodes which will cover all strategies. That's all. One possibility is this 50, 30, 30 and 70. Another possibility is this 40 and you can have this node also. Here we don't have value but this node and this right one and this 80. That is another possibility. So algorithm may return this also. Not only that, you may say that why only this left part? Min can select this also. Yes, that is also possible. In that case, this node will be selected. So max for all, both this. Then in that case, we would have selected this 70 and this node again, and this 80 and this node. Okay. These are different possibilities. One of the possibilities in this case, algorithm will return 50, 30, 30 and 70, these 4 nodes. Come to this. Now out here, this slide only shows you the set of 4 strategies. There are total 8 strategies, 8 different strategies. But this 4 color subtrees, they are showing only 4 strategies. And first step of the algorithm is you will have to find out set of nodes which will cover all strategies. To do that, at max you select all, at min you select 1. Understood up to this point?
Yes, sir.
That was your first step. Now forward phase I told you, backward phase is from terminal node you have to go to the root node. If the node is max, 2 possibilities are there now. If the node is max and if it is solved, then if it has sibling, if the node is max and if it is solved, terminal nodes we have labeled that as solved. So if it is solved and if it is max, replace with sibling with lower value, because value of a strategy is always less than equal to value of a leaf node, and label that as solved. Else if it does not have sibling, replace with parent node and label that node as solved. So it is like your A star algorithm. If the node is max, what to do? It is given here. If it has sibling, then replace that sibling with lower value. There is a reason why, because value of a strategy is always less than or equal to value of a leaf node. If it does not have sibling, replace simply that with parent node and label that as solved. Another possibility, a node can be a min node, and if it is solved, replace it with parent and label that with solved. Simple. Now let us understand functioning of this, whatever I told you, with this example on page number 251. This is a 4-ply game tree given to you. Now trace execution of SSS star algorithm on this game tree. What is the first step? Select or find out 4 nodes, find out set of nodes which will cover all strategies. How many strategies will be there now for this game tree? All possible strategies?
8.
8. Correct. Uh, Now you will have to find out set of nodes which will cover all these 8 strategies. How to do that? At max you select all, at min you select 1. Okay. So at max you select all, both these. At min you select 1. Leftmost suppose we have selected. At max you select all. All. At min you select 1. Leftmost suppose we have selected. So that will result in, yes, what are the nodes, selected nodes after first step?
10, 7,
10.
Right, 10, 7,
5.
5,
5
11.
and
And
11.
11.
Correct. So algorithm will begin by selecting set of leaf nodes which will cover all strategies, all nodes for max and one move for min. So uh, 4 nodes will be, I will label this to understand. So this will be node A, node B, node C and node D. Now every node will belong to how many strategies? Every two nodes, out of this four, A, B, C, D,
Two
every node,
strategy.
every node will belong to
Two strategy.
four,
two,
two,
Two.
right? Two strategies. For example, node A will belong to two strategies, node B will belong to two strategies, C will belong to two, and D will belong to remaining two. So total there are 8 strategies. So all these 4 nodes are representative of all 8 strategies, right?
yes, sir.
All 4 nodes out of 16, 4 nodes, they are representing all 16 strategies, right? So every node, that means node A, belong to two strategies. So we will call that as a cluster. A belongs to cluster of strategies. B also belongs to cluster of strategies. That cluster will contain two strategies. So four clusters I have represented as ABCD, shown by this four labels, ABCD blue color labels. The upper bounds on these four clusters are, what are the upper bounds on these four clusters? For example, consider cluster 1 represented by this A, node A. So what is the upper bound on that cluster? Node A belongs to two strategies, right? So that two strategies define a cluster. What is the upper bound on that cluster represented by node A? Value of a leaf node that defines a upper bound. Let us recall that relation. Value of a leaf node that defines a upper bound on that strategy to which it belongs to. A belongs to two strategies. Value of a node A is 10. So this 10 is the upper bound on strategies to which this A belongs to. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Better value will be less than this 10, right? ठीक है. Similarly,
Yes, sir.
node B belong to two strategies. Value of a node B is 7. Value of a leaf node, which is a B, is always greater than or equal to value of a strategy, because we don't know right now value of a strategy, but we know the value of a leaf node. So always that will be a greater than the value of a strategy. Okay, greater than or equal to. So value will be, better value will be for this cluster B 7 or less than 7. So 7 defines upper bound on that cluster to which the two strategies belong, right? Similarly, node D belong to two strategies. Okay. Value of a node D is 11. Value of a node is always greater than or equal to value of a strategy. So therefore, uh, upper bound on the cluster represented by D is 11, cluster represented by C is 5, cluster represented by B is 7, and cluster represented by A is 10. ठीक है? Understood up to this?
Yes, sir.
Now for same game tree, if you would have applied alpha beta cutoff algorithm, then that would have resulted in 2 alpha cutoffs and 1 beta cutoff. These are 2 alpha cutoffs and 1 beta cutoff. So that would have saved exploration of this part of the game tree. So in that case, you should have evaluated only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12 nodes out of 16 nodes. Only 12 nodes would have been evaluated had it been the case of alpha beta cutoff algorithm. You can solve this at home. Okay, already we have seen that. Again, come to our example. Now what saving we are going to perform? Alpha beta cutoff, you trace its execution at home on this game tree. Okay. I am skipping this for right now. Okay. So now these are the 4 representative cluster SS star we are trying to uh, trace. So after performing step 1, we have arrived at 4 nodes represented by 4 clusters A, B, C and D with corresponding upper bounds 10, 7, 5 and 11. Okay. The best possible value for max is what now out of these 4? Max will always try to maximize the utility function. So the best out of these 4 representative cluster values, what is the best from max point of view?
11.
Right. That is 11. That means cluster D. Okay. The best possible for max is 11 because max will always try to maximize. So corresponding cluster is cluster D. So what SS star will do? SS star will now focus on this cluster D because D seems better. That is the heuristic information that SSS star uses, which is not the case in alpha beta cutoff. It blindly moves from left to right. So this D will be picked up for further refinement. Okay. So what algorithm will do now? Go back to the step what we have said out here. After selecting those 4, if it is a terminal node, then label it solved. Okay. And if it is a max and solved, replace it with sibling lower value, label that is solved is replace with parent. If it is a mean, replace it with parent and label that is solved. So same step we will be applying out here. So these 4 nodes we have selected. So D is our focus is on D. It is a max. Okay. So if this is the case, does it have a sibling? Yes, it has a sibling. So evaluate that. Right now we don't know. So since D is selected, our focus is on D because that is the best right now. Now it is labeled as solved because it's a terminal node. It's a max. So if it has a sibling, since it has a sibling, evaluate it. If you evaluate it, what is its value? That value is, come to this, that value is 12. Write to the 11, that is 12. So therefore value of this node evaluated will be 12. Right? 11 was the upper bound on this cluster. D was the cluster with the better value. It was a terminal node. We label that as solved. So since it was solved, max, it had sibling, we evaluated it and that come out to 12. This will not change the upper bound on cluster D. Upper bound on cluster D was 11. Upper bound on this cluster D was 11. Look at this. This cluster D, upper bound. What is the upper bound? Value of a leaf node. Value of a leaf node is 11. Now this come out to 12. Upper bound was 11. Although it is 12, that will not change the upper bound on this cluster D. Why? Anybody can answer this?
Mean node.
Right, it is a mean node. We know that value of a leaf node is always less than or equal to value of a strategy. Now cluster D is still best so far. Again, that is uh, selected for further expansion or refinement. The lowest mean node in this cluster D is fully evaluated. Therefore, the further refinement of this mean node will be at the higher level of the mean node. So upper bound will remain 11 out here. So further refinement we have to do, and this particular cluster D that belongs to this part of the tree also, right hand side part of the tree. So what we will have to do, we will refine it further. Next higher of the mean node, that is this one, we will label this right part as X. Okay, we will label that as X, which is common to both this cluster C and D in this way. This is common to both strategy C and D. D is better than C. Why? We have pruned this part. D is always better than C. Why is it so? Because it's a max node, right? Value of this node C is 5. 11 is better than 5. So since it's a max, C will not be considered. So C will never considered again. So now focus your evaluation on this subtree which is below this X. Now this subtree below this X is of our interest if and only if it evaluates to value less than 11, because this is mean node, right? This X is connected with mean node. Mean is getting 11 out here. If it gets better than this 11, then it will take it, otherwise it will not take. So better value for this mean means value should be less than 11. Okay. If it is less than 11, then and then only that is useful, otherwise algorithm will ignore that value. So 11 is upper bound on cluster D. Understood up to this point? Any question up to this?
No, sir.
Now same process will be repeated for this X. I will show it in this way. Consider this part, shaded part. Now our focus will be on this X part, that is shaded part. Now what SSS star will do, SSS star will recursively call, make a recursive call with upper bound of 11. If it gets less than 11, it will take, otherwise it will not take. So that will generate, that recursive call will generate again two clusters D1 and D2. Look at this. If you recursively call it, so that will generate again two clusters. D1, left I will name that as D1 and right one as D2. Okay. With node values 9 and 7. How we come to know that 9 and 7? You will have to go back to the game tree. Look at this. This value is 9 and this value, utility value is 7. So corresponding values are 9 and 7. So same process will be repeated. It's a max solved. It has sibling. Okay. So evaluate it. That value is 8. Okay. Now that value will become new upper bound on this cluster T. 8. Value 8 is better than 9 because it's a mean node. So therefore that will be the new upper bound. And this is new upper bound because 8 is better than 9. So therefore this value is less than 11. So therefore new value will be 8. What about this right part? T2 part? What about D2 part? Here the bound is 7. For D2, the upper bound is 7. Upper bound on D2 is 7.
8 is better than 7
Right. 8 is better than,
because it is max node.
right, max node. Therefore upper bound on this will be, D will be 8 only. Okay. Now what will happen? So this node, right node will not be evaluated. Further you need not have to evaluate this right part of the node. Then what will happen?
8 will become upper bound.
8 will become upper bound for this mean node. Okay. So value associated with this is now 8. Now there is better value than this 8. So algorithm will focus on that. What is that?
10.
Right. That is 10. because you have to compare now this 8 with 7 and 10. These two other options already we have. 10 is better than 8. Now what to do? Same process we have to repeat. D is now fully refined with value 8. We have cluster A with upper bound of 10. This is better now. So this A will be refined now. Our focus will be on A. So we will shift our focus on node A. Repeat the same procedure. What will happen? A is a max node which is solved because it's a terminal node, it is solved. It has sibling. So this node will be evaluated. What is this value? Let us find out that value. 5. Okay. So this node will be evaluated with value 5. What will be the upper bound now?
5.
It will be 5.
5.
Now it will change. Now that will be 5. So upper bound has decreased to 5 from 10. Now cluster D again has become the best. Right? 8 is better. Upper bound is 5. 8 is better now. It has become better node again. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Then what will happen? Three clusters are there. A cluster upper bound is 5. Cluster B upper bound is 7. Right? This is 7. Cluster D is upper bound 8. So 5, 7 and 8. Since D has become the best, okay, algorithm will terminate with minimax value of 8. Because there is no better option available than this. 8, 5 and 7, out of this 8 is better, so therefore algorithm will terminate with minimax value of 8. And this will be labeled as solved, and it will return that this particular strategy has to be selected in this way. It will select this to get the maximum benefit. So you will find out SS star algorithm is guided by estimates of partial clusters, and always we were looking for best looking cluster. It is improvement over alpha beta cutoff algorithm which was uninformed, and here we have found that it has inspected lesser nodes as compared to alpha beta cutoff algorithm, and you will find out it is similar to many algorithms like AO star algorithm, best first algorithm. Okay, one of the application of AO star algorithm. And number of nodes evaluated are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9 as compared to 12. That was the case of alpha beta cutoff algorithm. Okay. Any question up to this? Functioning of this SSS star algorithm? The difference between alpha beta cutoff and this algorithm is it uses heuristic information. It works on strategies. It starts with set of nodes which will cover all strategies, focuses on base strategy, refine that, and at the end you will get the same result as that of your minimax and alpha beta cutoff, but here number of nodes evaluated will be less as compared to both the algorithms. If we select another set of nodes representing 4 clusters, now for homework, this is for the homework, solve the same problem. Instead of selecting a set of nodes, what nodes we selected? 10, this 10, 7, okay. Representative nodes selected were 10, 7, 5 and 11, okay. So instead of selecting this 4, you can select other 4 also. What are those 4? Tell me.
5, 11.
For max select all. For mean 1. Rightmost suppose I am selecting. For max all, mean 1. So I can have this set also. Is to 8. Third one is also 8. Then 10. This can be one of the option. Another set of 4 clusters. And again trace which one is the best cluster right now. Suppose I name this A, B, C and D. These 3 representative nodes, they are belonging to 4 clusters. Sorry, all 8 clusters. So which one is best now?
D.
Again D in this case with value 10. So repeat functioning of SSS star algorithm on that. Another possibility. More possibility. Another set of 4 nodes, different set, all for max. Suppose left one for mean, all for max. I can have right one, right? 5, 11, 12 and this 12. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Suppose I name them P, Q, R and S. So this can be the case, representative nodes for 8 clusters. So you can start with this. So what will be your focus now? Starting point. Second step in algorithm. Best one is from max point of view.
R and S.
R or S. Either of this you can select and repeat the same steps. So do this for homework. Consider another set of 4 nodes and trace execution of this SS star algorithm. Now features of this algorithm, although it is complex, difficult to understand, but it's an efficient algorithm. It has large memory requirement, and people say that that makes it impractical for real life applications. Because of that, it is slow, because always you will have to maintain the sorted open list. Okay, this should be 4. It has alpha beta in terms of number of leaf nodes to be evaluated. That means number of nodes evaluated are less as compared to alpha beta. It significantly evaluates fewer leaf nodes than alpha beta cutoff algorithm. Final remark, SS star is too complex and too slow. In each step, the node with maximum H value is removed from open. Whenever an interior max node gets solved, all direct indirect descendants must be purged from open. So these two steps you will find out if you implement this algorithm, that takes 90% of the CPU time. Okay, so that's why people say that it is impractical. Now problems with this algorithm. First, it is complex, difficult to understand how it works. You will find out, you will not find out discussion on this algorithm much in AI books. Only in Khemani's book you will find out algorithm is discussed and research papers are there. Few research papers are there, not much work on this algorithm. Second, this algorithm maintains a data structure as we have seen, open list, which is a priority list, like A star. Size of this low list grows exponentially. This has led many authors to conclude that it is effectively disqualified from being useful for real life applications. Third, the open list must be kept in sorted order. Insert and delete operations on the open list can dominate execution time, as we have seen 90% of the time that is consumed on that particular process. But despite a promise of expanding fewer nodes, disadvantages of this algorithm discourages its use in practice. Okay. So this completes our discussion on SSS star algorithm. Any question on working of this algorithm? Although it is very complex, but I tried to put it in simple words with lucid example, so that you will understand this difficult algorithm. Theoretically, very efficient as compared to alpha beta cutoff algorithm. I will revise how the algorithm works, so that you will be able to recall it, understand it when you will study it afterwards. Algorithm is similar to alpha beta cutoff, but it is inform algorithm. It will use heuristic search information. Difference between alpha beta cutoff and this algorithm is, first difference is it uses information, so it's heuristic algorithm. Second, it works on strategies, that means solutions. It starts with representative nodes belonging to all its strategies. Find out best among all this, and then keep on refining the better strategy or better solution. So first step is you have to find out representative nodes which will belong to all strategies or cluster of strategies. Then select best, refine that. To do that, you will have to perform labeling. simple labeling process. If it's a terminal node, label it as solved. If it's a max, and if it has sibling, evaluate it, and other remaining functioning as that of your alpha beta algorithm. Value of a strategy always defines the upper bound. Value of a leaf node, sorry, always defines the upper bound on that strategy. So you keep on refining this. If you get better than upper bound, then take it, otherwise ignore it. Keep on refining till the root node is solved. Algorithm will terminate there. Okay. So if there is no question, I will stop here. Have a good day. And our second test reminder, that will be on Friday, that is on 27th. So thank you and good day.